Hello everyone, welcome out there on Twitch and on YouTube. This is part 3, I guess, of our Demigod Transmuter. We've just finished Orc. We've gotten some new spells. Let me link a char dump for anybody lurking in chat. So I think the last time I played this character, I had both statue form and blade hands available. And the options were to go for statue. Probably going to stop training this Evo since we're going to want to train a skill of some kind. It's either going to be transmutations or it's going to be earth, depending on which one we go with. We don't need much earth, but it's cheaper to train right now. Arguably, it's, I guess, of not much benefit to train. Well, yeah, we don't get a lot of other additional value out of training earth necessarily, because I'm not too into training conj, at least not at the moment. It's an option. But if we wear plate, it's going to be harder to cast the heavier spells. We do have, let's just leave this on T-mute for now. We do have 31 int. Still wearing this corrode, which I will probably take off as soon as I can. Do we have the... There's an amulet of the acrobat. We're probably not going to get to buy that amulet because depending on how we go, we're not going to have a lot of money left. So our options are to go for the plate and go for blade hands. I think I just determined we're in plate right now, actually. And to examine it. Yeah, it's already at a fail rate of 100%. So we're probably going to look to maybe buy wizardry if we can. To help us out there a little bit initially. We'll switch out of that once we're able to. Hey, look at that will strength ring. It's kind of cool. Probably not going to really use that though. We're using it right now in conjunction with this amulet, just so we don't have like no willpower. It's not really a big deal. Honestly, if I care about willpower, I'm going to want to have the amulet off. But yeah, the decision is, do we go statue form? Interestingly, if we take off the plate, feeling that we're actually closer to casting statue, yeah. We're closer to casting statue. We're not quite one wizardry ring away from it, but we are closer to it. And with maybe 5-6 levels of earth, that would take us within range of casting it with wizardry, but we'd probably also need a few levels of T-mute. So we could get statue form castable sooner. I think blade hands is the stronger option. The plate route is kind of complicated in that it complicates all of our subsequent spell casting. It's probably what this character was meant to do. Usually blade hands is what you're kind of meant to do anyway, but this character has really good stats. So that means that they can kind of overcome armor limitations. Of course I could wear lighter armor. That's always an option. I could initially wear lighter armor. I just have to sort of see if... Yeah, there's a +4 ponderous plate. I'm not really too enthused about that, to be honest. And there's nothing... Oh right, I forgot all about this thing. There's also a tower shield. That's kind of neat too. With... blade hands will meld your shield, so shield shenanigans aren't really too interesting. I can go back to this vault and check out that cloak. I do have a cloak, don't I? Yeah, +2 cloak. Might have an interesting ego on it. You never know. I am carrying an awful lot of robes. I think I'm gonna drop one of my I don't know what I was wearing before. What was I wearing? Was I just rocking a +1 robe? I'm not really sure. I probably picked these up because of my RC, my configuration file, not because of my cold resistance, but my RC file. And I never realized I had them, is my guess. I could have been having this willpower robe, which would have been actually kind of cool in concert with the amulet, so then I could have used a different ring, potentially. Wouldn't have terribly mattered, since I didn't really have anything too compelling ring-wise. We have a ring of poison resist, that's cool. Of course, I'm going to be in... I have the option to go into ice forms, so I'm not really doing out-of-form combat. And, yeah, so we have to sort of decide... I'm going to drop this... Guess I can carry around Staff of Death. There's not really any, like, negative energy sources that I really care about. I'm gonna go ahead and drop Immolation. In theory, I might use some Silence. In theory. Bone, definitely good. I have some power charges, so get good use out of that. Degen. Apparently I've been carrying around Degen pots. I'm gonna drop Attraction. I don't really use that one. So, I think what we're going to do is consider... I think I want to go Blade Hands. I'm just trying to consider what it's going to do to my spell casting and how it's going to complicate things. What am I carrying? What am I wearing right now? See, I'm out of the plate, yeah. The crappy part about this is it does really nuke every spell I have. And Manifold Assault, even. That's pretty rough. Even that's 100%. Jeez. My strength is actually... Part of the problem is that my strength just isn't very good. I'm not overcoming that. Yeah, I don't have the strength yet. So what I take that to mean is... You know what we could always do? We could always go back into Blade Hands from statue. I kind of like that plan. I mean, I don't have to train very much Earth. Technically, I don't have to train any Earth if I don't want to. I could just train transmutations, and that would set me up for more spell power for, say, you know, things like Irradiate, of course, but also for any other high-level forms without dumping skill into Earth. It means that I may get statue castable less, not as soon, but... Yeah, I think I actually like that plan. So I think that's what we're going to do, is go for statue first. And pick that up. Okay, now we have an issue of not being able to actually memorize it. So that's our next problem. IMB... Don't know why that didn't get assigned. Thought my RC had a B? Yeah, I don't have a B spell, so I wonder why it didn't go to B. Interesting. I'm gonna drop we're gonna turn off some auto pickup stuff. Don't want more rings of willpower. We're going to turn off Enchant Weapon and Brand Weapon. That all looks good. So what that means is that we would need more spell casting. Slacking Sleeper, what's up? Yes, food was replaced with something called the Zot Clock. There's a LearnDB summarizing it. Here's some further details. Basically, the idea is that if you try to use tactics that rely on if you try to use really what so-called scummy tactics that rely on spending large amounts of turns for extra safety or some benefit, this clock will eventually just outright kill you. It gives you some warning before you're running out. So you can see for the way it works is per branch. Each branch, so dungeon, orc, vaults, all the branches have their own independent bank of turns, or clock, if you will. And every time you enter a level in a given branch, that adds a large amount of time to your... yeah, when you enter a branch, 2100 is put on the clock. 21k is put on the clock. And then each level you get a large amount of turns. A new floor, the clock is rolled back by 6,000. So yeah, you get another 6,000. So you have a lot. You have a lot of you have a lot of time. Clock passes 27,000. You die. Is this in? I forget. Is this There's a 1 in 10 chance of bumping that up by 1. That's 27,000. You die. Abyss has that turned off. Abyss has it turned off. I think that's it. It also turns off if you... It's also turned off for the orb run if you pick up the orb. It's also turned off if you reach the end of a ziggurat, so that if you're going to just be farming zigs, you don't got to worry about like managing your bank or whatever. I think that's pretty much it. So it's purely like an anti-scumming clock. There's no... All the food costs for... All the things that previously had food costs, like spells and berserk and abilities and whatnot, no longer do. So you don't have to... There's no food minigame anymore. And generally, yeah, it's been really well received, because you just... Food, nobody cared... Nobody really... Food was sort of mostly irrelevant, but it was relevant somewhat when using... heavy use of spells, but the management of food in that case was very trivial. And food was like this sort of unsuccessful anti-scumming kind of system, and this change, the Zot clock change, was just about addressing solely the safe tactics, the scummy tactics, and not about trying to do multiple things kind of poorly. There are some games that feature some food-like systems that do it pretty well, but they tend to be very hybrid in their notion of scumming and how they use the system. An interesting example is like Cogmind's mass or matter system, which is sort of like a food clock, but it's really not. It's not a clock in the traditional sense. It's not quite like food. It's somewhat analogous to it, but it's very mixed. DCSS had a classical roguelike. Food is the forward progress clock system, and it just unfortunately didn't work all that well. And there are other games like Brogue, which has a pretty aggressive clock based on food, and that can work. But we just went with the route of just make it an abstract clock rather than have to worry about interacting with items and whatnot. Anyway, that's our food spiel. I'm going to drop this plate. Eventually I might put on this buckler. So what do I want to skill for this right now? I was just saying how maybe I don't want to actually train Earth. I was also just saying how I don't have spell levels for this, in part because I just learned IMB. I didn't get the best use of IMB, so I'm tempted to unlearn it, and I could immediately learn Statue, but I don't know that I actually need to do that. Maybe I actually do want to train a little bit of Earth, because that's really like going to be helpful. Yeah, I think with Irradiate I can go ahead and ditch IMB. And do I have another spell that I can unlearn? I think yes, like I said, it's off in Abyss, but it is on for Pan. Pan has new levels that you enter. You enter levels. Pan has discrete levels, so there is a Pan Zot clock. I don't know if there's a list of exceptions. There should be, honestly. We need to update that entry. Can I find a spell? Let's look up status. Zot? Zot count. Zot will find and consume you. Zot. Okay. This is all the info in-game that you can see. You can check your status by hitting E. There's also an RC file option that you can use to show it to always show it. So I only have 8,400 turns. Obviously, I'm not going to spend any more. Oh. Oh yeah, did I get all 3 downstairs? So there's nothing left for me to explore because we found all 3 of the we had the most favorable Orc 1 that had all 3 that gave you all 3 of the guaranteed stairs, which is really nice because that means you have multiple. Oftentimes you only get 1, so that kind of means that when you're going to Orc 2, you have to be you have to treat those stairs carefully because they're your only entry point. Okay, so I think what we decided is that we are going to... Do I have any more amnesia? Uh-oh. Well, that's easily solved. We will over to train spellcasting. We'll simply train that to 8. We will memorize statue form. Now we need to go look at what else we've got to buy. We should definitely buy some other things. I'm going to buy that wizardry. That acrobat would be kind of nice. Because this amulet is not great. I mean, it would be okay to have like a little bit of extra will to just ignore will stuff even more. But the dex is certainly nice. It's a point or 2 of EV. How much EV is it actually? Let's see. Right now we have 19. Wow, it's 3. Okay, yeah, that's a good amount. That is a good amount, but it is Stark Road, and we are doing a lot of melee, so it's honestly... Now, I could put on our core to make Stark Road a little bit less of a thing, which would be cool, but I have rings. It would be nice to not have to do that. What I could do is just replace it with a better ring, potentially. Int ring is not bad as a replacement. Okay, so... What was I going to... What were the shops? I feel like I didn't... Do I have any un-ID'd stuff? I don't want that. There's a +2 positive energy. I feel like I didn't properly put stuff. Okay, that's just some... This is the other shop. Glowing Swamp. Oh, right, this ruined plate. I'm not going to buy this now. I'm going to hold off on this because we're not going to Blade Hands quite yet, so I'd rather spend that money on something useful. Transmuter is completely unarmed combat. That's correct. You, well, okay, there is one quote-unquote build you can do, which is statue form with a weapon. Frankly, it's not a good value. A lot of people do it, or a bunch of people do it. But it's generally meant for unarmed combat. It's especially sort of bad. It's bad from 2 points of view. There's one, the skill view of where you have to like train unarmed combat at the start. You have no choice as a transmuter. Now, if you just find statue form, that's a slightly different case for what I'm talking, or it's a very different case for what I'm talking about right now. But if you start as a transmuter, you have to train unarmed combat to do damage because all the forms meld your weapon. And you really don't have a choice for that. Then if you go in statue and you think, okay, well, I can use it with a weapon, now you have to train up a weapon skill, and you've already dumped all this into unarmed combat. So there's that. Then there's the fact that it's just not all that great. Statue form with the weapon is just not like the best approach. The characters who tend to want to use statue form tend not to want to be the one to have a weapon skill. That said, it's something that you can do. It would be much more the case that you would do it if you just found statue form and decided, I have a character that wants this. Some examples of when it becomes a little bit more attractive is like arguably extended because you get torment resistance. Very much secondarily, you get some negative energy. The main problem with statue is that it slows you, and so the way it works is you get 50% more damage, but so it evens out for your melee because you're slower, the exact proportion that makes the damage increase equalize, so that you're like you haven't lost anything there. Oh, so what I forgot to mention in this, statue form gives a bonus to unarmed combat damage on top of that. So you have the fact that you're slower, so that's hurting your melee. It's hurting your other actions too, which I'll get to. but it's hurting your melee in that you're slower. You're effectively slow. But there's a damage multiplier that completely counteracts that exactly. Then, if you're unarmed combat, on top of it, there's a base damage that you get from statue form. So that's the part that really makes statue overall better with unarmed combat and not as good with the weapon, because you don't get that when you use the weapon. You don't get that on top. So what you've equalized your combat, and all you get out of it in statue form with the weapon is, yes, you have a bunch of AC, but you're also taking more incoming damage, and your AC doesn't get that same counterweight that your damage output did. So people take statue because they quote-unquote like the defenses. You do get more HP, you do get more AC, but you lose a lot of that because you're slow. And then all the other actions you do in statue form are also slow. But in particular for unarmed combat, it's pretty good because in addition to the equalizing out, you know, it adds something more. It gives you more base damage on top. It's pretty good for trolls. Because it doesn't meld their claws, so they get to use their claws in unarmed combat. But any character that's using unarmed combat that might really want the AC, they just can't get defenses. Statue form is like a consideration. And you can do the weapon thing if you want. You know, you can certainly win a character just fine. It's just, in terms of how attractive it is, when you look at the numbers, it's not very attractive with a weapon. And some things like extended modify that a little bit because torment resistance is kind of significant. But you should keep in mind you're taking more torment because, again, you're slow. So it's not, you know, also necromutation might be just a better form for you to consider there. Okay, that was a lot of pre-DCSS discussion. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this now, even though I don't actually need it. I wanted this acrobat amulet. Yeah, I'm gonna wear acrobat. Cool. Can I buy anything else here? I can. No, I can't buy all of it though. I gotta save some money because I will want to buy blade hands eventually. It's not that expensive. I'm not gonna buy it quite yet. Cool. So now we have a more useful amulet. I will still keep this around if I want some RF. I have resistance pots. I only have 2 of them. But if I see some situational RF swap thing, I'll think about it. Let's go to D13, I think. There is that vault. Do I want to try for that? I don't know if I do want to try for that vault right now. That one in lair. Because I'm still in statue form. I might, or still in ice form. And ice form is a little iffy with all that damage output. I think we're going to be... we're going to be manifold assaulting a lot of things. One or two of these, not too big of a deal. Just don't get too ambitious. 150 HP is a pretty good amount. Let's think solo. Yeah, I gotta remember in dungeon they're not. Where are they? Warrior, those are usually, yeah, accompanied by. There we go. I'm gonna switch out of forms whenever I want to rest up. Sapphire ring, magical power. I don't know how much do I want magical power. I probably want magical power more than I want willpower. I can always switch to willpower if I see something that I care about. Like, I don't even care about this basilisk because, like... Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it's melded. Oh, that's a good point. When I'm melded, I don't get the robe. Yeah, well, I don't really care too much anyway, but... Yeah, it's easy to forget that about equipment. your body armor gets melded. Manifold Assault, not like absolutely incredible versus Wraiths because they have that's another interesting thing about that amulet is that it does prevent me. So what I can do is use Spider Form here against Mr. Well, I have a Radiate. Oh, I have a Radiate with that fail rate though. Okay, that worked. Oh. You know, you would do that. You would hit me the one turn. It's okay. You're dead anyways. Flame Wand you. All I ask is that you don't hit me that one turn. Just that one turn. I'm casting... I really need to quiver Manifold Assault and then hit P. And stop using the spellcast. Hey, nice, got blinking. Hey, look, it's our boy. Oh, those miscasts. I do love them. Okay. Alright. P. We got enough. We're gonna train some Earth. Let's start with 4 levels and see where it goes. Well, hello, friend. Well, I'm gonna shut the door and down he goes. Oof, that is a awful lot of slime creatures. And rest up. That is an awful lot of Cyclopses. I'll just wait for him to come around the corner and just whack him over the head. Transmuters, these evasion characters have to be played kind of carefully. You kind of got to slow them down a bit. And with statue form, unfortunately, people love statue form because it quote-unquote lets them O-tab, but unfortunately being slow means you very quickly can get into bad situations, and kind of all the forms are sort of like that. Blade Hands is the one sort of exception in that you can just have really good armor and actually have, like, you know, 40 plus AC, and then you can kind of get a little closer into true, like, O-tab, you know, if you're really concerned about dying, that is, which you should be. Statue form does have a lot of, like, O-tabness to it. It's just being slow means it causes problems. For this guy, we're gonna just for some AC, and then we're gonna irradiate, I think. Yep. Anything that, ooh. Well, actually, statue here. Ooh, okay, no, I don't like that. Yeah, that's not the best. Okay. Oh, he's reflecting. I don't like that. That's unfortunate. Would have been a good opportunity to irradiate, but probably just statue would have been... Yeah, miscasting statue is the way to do it. Yeah, it's just going for big damage and all today. I tried to do poison kiting, and honestly, with somebody with agony like that, it's not the best. Just not the best option. Good Centaur Warrior. Just let him come around the corner to us. Perfect. Simulacrum. Aha, a wizard. The wizard did it. So now we gotta worry about willpower. Don't wanna... Let's do a condenser vein. I like that. Yeah, that's the Conjurer. Very nice. Oh, we got meth clouds. Interesting. Did not realize. Let's take that strength. I think we've got the int, and strength is very helpful. Another wizard. Interesting. Oh, got confused. I guess we'll just sort of sit here. I will mind burst him. Yes, absolutely. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and retreat. Got good value out of that condenser vein, even though it was like, quote-unquote, the worst type of cloud, arguably. This looks like the vault's entrance, but is it? I'm gonna go with a yes it is. This looks like an irradiate situation for sure. Irradiate, I mean, the problem with irradiate is that if you spam it endlessly, you will get contaminated to hell. So I would say clearing Zot with just irradiate sounds like not very advisable. It's enough to kill the strongest monsters with good skilling. Yeah, it is. Its dice are capable of that. It only hits in melee range, of course. But we're trying to develop our unarmed combat melee for this character, where that we don't have to use irradiate most of the time. We will use it in certain targets that, in certain situations where it's a good option. We have great int, and we're training high at transmutation, so this is definitely a character that can get some of the most mileage out of irradiate. But that said, I don't want to use that. If I had to pick a spell that I use to clear Zot, it would not be irradiate. I would look to have something that's ranged, basically. The ranged spell options just are stronger. Irradiate absolutely has its benefits, but it just doesn't have good range, so, and it's safer to kill things at distance if you're trying to kill stuff solely with spells, that is. Like, there's Iron Shot, there's LCS, there's whatever, how much skill, how much int you have, depends. There's a lot of good options. For this character, Irradiate's a great option for melee range for things that, for whatever reason, I can't melee effectively, and that's going to come down to like resistances. Mostly going to come down to resistances, I think. It's also going to come down to situations where I'm very surrounded, which is something I'm going to try to avoid, but when it happens, that's when I'll use Irradiate, because it's like my cleaving melee, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it never misses, that's great. It hits every square around you. Okay, that was the entrance to Vault, so it definitely has its upsides. Oh, okay, that's not the thing that we wanted. These things are poison. They aren't. Let's do... Ah, yes, the fabled miscast. Gotta remember in Spider Form. It's the thing about Spider Form that is so aggravating. Alright, let's get back into Spider Form. That way we'll get the RC. We get actually have like RC+++. Now we'll just want some other option for dealing with these things. I don't really want to hit them. They're in a row, which really sucks. This would be great for Condenser Vein potentially, but we don't have it. And I don't have a good bolt-targeted spell option, which, let's see what we got. Anything like that? Flame Wave, not very good. Definitely bad for our skilling. Yeah, there's not really going to be a lot of options that we're going to strongly consider. So we're gonna have to do something a little jankier. Only thing here that's of super high concern is the Orc Knight actually is a concern, because these guys do have Battle Cry. There are other orcs, and they just hit decently hard themselves. Yeah, I like Manifold Assault Poison Padding. I guess the problem is we just can't move, so I just want to Mind Burst some. File, for this particular monster, it's not going to be amazing on its own. Okay, now we can hit this one because it changed colors. Okay, now we're no longer a minus move. That's good. Got the ugly thing. These guys also don't have RC anymore, so we can definitely we can do some MA here. Yeah, that works out okay. Just take this a little bit slow. Don't rush it. Okay, yeah, you can see this Orc Knight can be somewhat difficult to kill, and there we go. So slightly complicated. I just sort of took it turn by turn. It wasn't a particularly dangerous situation, but sometimes people tab through those and they're like, "Why am I dying?" And that's one of those like moderately complicated situations. I mean, yeah, I mean, I float. That's cool, but the file just doesn't do enough damage. I mostly use the file for like spellcasting monsters that are susceptible to it, and yeah, situations where you are surrounded are arguably okay if all the monsters would fumble. That's kind of okay. That's not bad. I don't mind that, but it just didn't. It's possible that the water would have spread out there, and it might have actually been in somewhat okay play. Just to get all the ugly things to fumble in water, and I was in ice form. So that might have actually worked out. I don't know how the water would have spread around it, though, because it would have been a point-blank shot. As long as you're thinking in those terms, there's all sorts of, like, roughly, vaguely similar ideas. Some will be a little bit better than others. As long as you're thinking it through and not getting yourself killed, that's kind of the thing that matters most, I find. Okay, statue form down to 28%, and I don't even have wizardry. That's excellent. That means with wizardry, I'll absolutely be able to cast it. Holy crap, that is a lot of ugly things. Now is when I wish I had equipment RC so I could maybe poison kite some of this crap. Boy, that is a huge band of ugly things. Yeah, here I feel like the water is not going to be too amazing. They are fast, so they will catch up with me, so running to the stairs is not the best. This is where maybe some statue would be good. Do I have any RC in statue? Problem is that White Ugly Thing melee without any RC is a little bit dangerous, even going to statue form. Wereblood. If I could have killed some of these things, that really would have helped. Okay, just straight up. Okay, this is good. This is very good. Thank God they changed to like, they changed colors quickly. Yeah, this works. It's slaying. Wereblood is a good option that I kind of forgot about a little bit. Ring of Fire, that is cool. I think I'm gonna drop our old Artifact Amulet. It had its purpose, but Ring of Fire is a good good thing to keep around. Yeah, just straight up meleeing those things in ice form was a decent option. So I could file this guy for just like extra, like guarantee. It's kind of crappy use because like the odds of like, you know, that mattering are kind of slim. Aha. Let's go down. Oh. My oh my. You know, you would do that. You would do it. Alright, we'll take some different stairs. Oh, hello, Snorg. Very interesting. Let's take some still different stairs. Let's see. Okay, that's Death Knight. Seems like he blocked my attack extremely well. Good job. I was like, I am not damaging him with MA. Oh, Kite Shield Protection. Oh, well, hello, sir. What about Para on you? I mean, Vuln Scroll? Is that necessary? It might be necessary. I kind of hate to waste them because I don't have a lot of them. But it's, I don't like the 30% quite so much because it's going to take too long. You could just Berserk. I wish I had a Berserk pot to burn, but I don't. I mean, he's probably scary enough that I actually care. Eh. Go ahead and just do it. Gefriet. Yeah, I'm gonna hit this guy with Manifold Assault, I think. Oh, what do we got here? Int Helm, that's cool. Robe of Clouds. There's some Arlek. Not when I meld it. I'm interested in that Int Helm. We seem to have lost the Death Knight. I think we're just gonna straight up hit you. Yeah. There's our friend. We'll get him adjacent and yeah. They hit you with that pain. Oh, good. Just what I wanted to fight after this. Yeah, we can irradiate these guys, but I didn't realize there was... Let's run this way. I don't want to do this at half HP. Just taking it a little careful. Oh yeah, honestly, like, Radiate's the best option for those as well. Get this for some AC. There we go. Vispods, I like it. Melier, I don't like it. Got her. Wow, that was a one-shot too. That was pretty cool. Come on, friend. Man, one-shotting these Melier. Crazy. So yeah, don't... a lot of people are like, yeah, I just skip Ice Form, and Ice Form is good damage. And it's also good that... I'm trying to... Do I have one of those already? It's good damage, it's easy source of our poison, it increases your HP. You know, it gets outclassed, of course, but that's fine. That doesn't mean you want to skip it necessarily, unless you get to a better... how dare you? Oh, you know what? I shouldn't walk around with this, but now I'm going to. I see. Well, I killed the wizard, so... Wow. Not killed the orc wizard. Okay, we're going to take off the ring of fire. Wow, eaten. That is a little bit nasty. Our good friend, the boulder beetle. He is very screwed. Wow, the wizards. I want to file you? I cannot. I want to par you? What's his banishment chance anyway? 9%. I don't love that. I don't love it. I don't love that either. But I can't really do a whole lot about it. No! It's not what I wanted. Okay. Here we go. Now he's dead. If this boulder beetle not being dead is impressive. Let's go over here. Oh, it's a deep troll, yeah. Yeah, these things you want to watch out for. I don't really want to waste my Condenser Vein, necessarily, but maybe I do. They are kind of out-of-depth monsters. Maybe I do want to go ahead and just use the old Condenser Vein. Yeah, that seems okay. I dare you to hit me. Let's just walk away. Can't irradiate there for the final hit. You're probably fine, just being careful. Grand Grimoire. Ogre Magi. Radiate. That is a lot of two-headed ogres, that's for sure. One is fast. Yeah. This is the problem, like, you know, with going in for a radiate like that, you know, you take a hit, it's a lot. I gave them 2 hits, of course, but... they can land hits when you don't really have AC. Let's try some statue. I don't have enough magic for that. Let's do the classic play. You love it, I love it. Ambrosia. Crap, I actually don't have a lot of curing potions. Here we go. Let's give old statue a try. Nice. Forgot about not having, not having enough magic. That was, the two-headed ogre. Like statue again. Truthfully, or ice. Have a bit. I think this guy has agony. Honestly, just some irradiate could be fine here. Hey, choir scroll, nice. Let's see what we got. See invisible hat, that's kind of cute. Summon cactus giant. I think I'm gonna pass on that. Gold is pretty good. I think I'm actually gonna take gold here. Because I have a few things that I want to buy. What just happened? Okay, so we're successfully statue forming. There's D15. Now we're all set for our layer branches. That's good. We got snake. We got swamp. So one thing that's cool about statue is so we want that int helmet, I think. Helmet's meld, but hat. Oh, there's no hat. I believe hat would not. And cloak doesn't. Yeah, so cloak does not. And if we have a hat, that would not. We don't have a hat. There is a cool cloak. I think we're going to finally go to that layer vault. We're ready to take on the Gamma Funk Cloud Chamber Vault. After a miscast. Just gonna do some Manifold Assault. There we go. Easy every time. Cloak of Willpower, sure. Tower Shield, oh boy. This is Lacey's Tower Shield. Look at that. We may, yeah, we're not really gonna, I don't think we're gonna go the shield route because it's viable now and it's not, there's not that much cost, so I could get it now. I just don't want to go into a kite shield because I'm thinking we're gonna switch over to blade hands. Like, you know, that's an easy switch for me. It's something we'll have to sort of consider. Maybe we'll get something crazy like Storm Form, I don't know. Or we could always do Dragon Form as well. But I don't want to go big into a shield. What I could do is train up a little bit of shield so I could put on a buckler. That wouldn't be terrible. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to get any value out of Reflect Amulet compared to Acrobat. I will frequently be taking extra hits in statue form as I move, as I reposition, so I will happily take that Acrobat bonus, although we'll switch out of Acrobat eventually. So, conveniently enough, Big Spriggan Druid will have a statue here. We will pull him up to radiate. Deal with him that way. Probably go down slow and statue. Oh, I see. Oh, apparently I also went into spider form. Not what I wanted to do, but you know what, it worked. Straight up unarmed combat here. Wow, a ghoul. Impressive. 2 ghouls. Wow, 3 ghouls. This is unprecedented. How do we want to take these bad boys out? We'll pull this one up. Radiate? I think we want statue, yeah, and plop him over the head. Then just rest up, go down with our defenses. Radiate a little bit, and then plop him over the head. Good ghoul party there. Oh, hello. Once again, let's get her here and just knock her over the head. Am I fumbling in water? Yes, that's right, they don't get immunity from that. I thought the statue... Oh, statue does not change your size, so yes. It does make swamps slightly more complicated, because we don't have a source of flight, but... Much mutation? We still don't have enough mutation where I really want to start quaffing for it. Do we have any problems with swamps so far? Gotta watch out for fighting in water. It's not a thing we want to do. Sunkatai's ghost. Anything good here? I see a green scroll. Flame, we'll pick that up. Got a Potion of Invis, Scroll of Fear, Scroll of Fog. We do have a trove that wants like 7 fog scrolls, but I don't think we're gonna be opening that trove. So this thing, forehead is spectral. This actually isn't bad, all that bad monster-wise. Where's the ghost again? It's just got a bunch of moderately valuable stuff. Invis pots are really quite good. Bloated Husk slightly complicates things. Orb of Destruction, Servitor's CBO Iron Shot. Yeesh. That is a ghost for sure. I mean, we do have our elect, but we don't have iron shot resistance. We don't have... It doesn't have blink, at least. It does have sprint, which is pretty funny. That's a ghost we could kill. We're not going to take it on now, though. We'll come back to that one. Acid. Oh, only 2 charges? Not what I want. Well, I guess I can't. That's alright. Spriggan Berserker, nice. Don't see those very often. Guess I Manifold Assaulted? Okay, yeah, he's almost dead. Ice Blast. Good. That worked out pretty well. Radiate these guys. Bunyip. Gotta watch Bunyips. Bunyips hit quite hard. I should be fine in statue, but want to be careful around those things. Some spicy monsters that we're getting, but nothing too horrific. The Ghoul Pack was nice. Oh, Ring of Strength, that's cool. Would we wear that? I don't think we would. Can we take off Wizardry yet? Can? That's more damage. Should we take it off? I'm gonna wait until we get it down to below 10%. T-Mute, very expensive to train, but I don't want to waste time with more... Ooh, it's a combo that I don't absolutely love. This would be a good opportunity. Even with that, may not work quite so hot. I'm gonna Vuln and see if I can't aura him. Yes, excellent. Here we go. Excellent. Good value. I mean, I used my Vuln Scroll. I mean, I quite possibly could have taken him out without that, but... He is kind of a pain once he gets fully buffed. Radiate possibly could have taken him out, so that was a little bit... Hey, Baron, what's up? Mangrove, these are fun. Yeah, he's gonna Grasping Roots me to death. Here we go. I just want to get him kind of adjacent. And then probably irradiate him. There we go. I get statue form hit him, I think, just fine too. Really didn't make any difference. Oh. Okay. Gotta watch out here. And splinters you. Yeah. Yeah, I don't love this. Because she's not dying. We also don't have a lot of heal. I think we're gonna do this. Thank you. Oh, you would. You would do that. How many of these are there? Good lord. Well, now it's a lot scarier. That's definitely much scarier. That ain't hot. I don't like even going up right now. This is the trials of statue form right here. Is there will? Yeah, we should have gone up before. I should have pulled her up. It would have been so much easier. What the hell happened with, oh well. I guess it just made too much noise. And the Discord's like, how could you possibly, yeah. Right, I know, right? Case in point of why we dislike statue form. I should have hasted preemptively is what I should have done. This was a stupid situation. Now I have to get into, like, much more careful tactics and not die. I have a couple of options. None of them are absolutely fantastic, to be quite honest. I need to buy some time so I can haste, and then I need to heal. It's not really safe to go up, unfortunately. I could do it. It would possibly be okay, but what is Woodwheel? Heal a large amount of damage cannot be used. Yeah, I don't really care about her healing, but I have to kill her after I deal with her, and this guy can poke me on the way up. I could get foxfired on the way up. I don't have any RF right now. It actually does hit decently hard. Sort of depends. I'm gonna try one heal. Okay, I'm gonna try a haste. Okay, okay. What's she gonna do? Okay. This is better. This thing, I want to get rid of you. Do I have magic? I do. Alright, that's dealt with. All that other stuff is dealt with. Now it's just these two clowns. Okay. I think we got this under control. Only cost was a haste and a heal wound and a teleport. I don't have a lot of heal wounds, so I don't love that, but I think we got through it. Yeah, that was just a thing where I had this developing situation and I was kind of absent-mindedly not paying attention to how bad it got, and honestly, there were also a couple of misplays in terms of how I reacted to a little bit of that. It was just a much busier situation because I didn't realize that there was going to be quite so much of a party around the scenes, but, you know, you always got to keep that in mind that that can happen. So I was like, yeah, I'll kill the Elionoma and then we'll just peace out, but then a bunch more crap comes around the corner. It's like, oh wait, crap. You really don't want to. That's why you just don't want to get into the low HP situation in the first place. Can we use a magic? Which are affected by anti-magic, but not silence. So they can't be silenced. So I think that means I don't know if a file would actually work for I mean, there's two of them, so it's like it's not that great anyway. This thing is gonna just heal because it's next to a tree, so I don't want to let the other one hit me. I don't really want to move. I just want this teleport to proc. I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively quaff magic. That way I can, like, irradiate a little bit. Yep, that's cool. There's one dead. There's the other dead. Nice. Okay. Situation recovered. That was bad, but we got there. I think we're okay to take other stairs. I'm gonna miscast statue form. I am gonna cast statue form successfully, and then let's actually pull it. Oh, why didn't? Oh, that's right. They have that movement. Let's try our third staircase. Here we go. Alligator. Manifold assault. Once we got this stuff adjacent to us. Pull you up and just whack you over the head. Alright. Oh, and for the record, I don't dislike statue form. You know, it's actually a good spell. It's just it's not always it's just not always the best option. I dislike it when people recommend statue form where it's not good. But yeah, when you make mistakes, statue form will complicate them. You just need to be aware of that. Much more so than the other forms. The other forms have their complications too. Somewhat. I mean, compared to other types of, you know, if you're going to go blade hands, if you're going to go, say, dragon form over blade hands, you've got to be cognizant of the fact that yeah, this is a lot of stuff. I need some better ranged options because we don't quite have it yet with the evocables. We don't have that huge wand stack. Like, I don't have much Ice Blast. I don't have much Acid. It'd really be nice to start to think about something like throwing. I just don't want to spread myself too thin. Let's go ahead and do the conservative thing and do like the first level of the Snake Pit first. And we get to see all the weird aspects of statue form in Snake. Should be pretty okay. One shot. Shock Serpent. Not one shot, but... yeah, the one thing about spamming Manifold Assault is you'll run out of MP. Well, this is not my favorite thing ever. Case in point. Can't really kill you, can I? Really? Did I miss? No? I didn't miss, it just sucks. I don't really want to use the tin here. Now I'm in water. Oh, I do have blink. Oh yeah. Aha! We see the problem, don't we? Ah, screw it. Alright, so we've got to realize this about Manifold Assault. We're frequently just burning through all of our MP by hitting it over and over again, and it's kind of creating some nasty situations. So you got to be careful. It's tempting to just use it as P, and it doesn't always work all that well. I'm just going to quaff magic. Oh, good. Alright, so we're just going to have to be careful about use of Manifold Assault over and over and over again. I mean, it's nice, but we're just getting into that situation too frequently, I think. And having to use resources, and you're not going to find many potions of magic, scrolls of blink, etc. What you probably want to do is save it for fights. Well, save it for, like, I guess you just really need to get into the mindset of only casting it a few times. I mean, obviously you can raise your MP, but I already have good MP for a character like this. Hey, another requirement scroll, nice. Book of the Moon. That's my favorite place. Passage of Galubri is a cool spell. What do we have on the old shopping list? Some gloves. Int ring. Nothing really. Do I want Pog? Do I want to be Pog? That is a lot of gold, but I really don't quite have a use for it. I think I'll be Pog. Passage of Galubria, champ. There's our Polly. Apparently I decided to go up, but not down. Yeah. Shock Serpents, I mean, they were really nasty. Here. Pass wall. Regen. I mean, I was complaining about MP earlier. We determined that the scarf, although the scarf would not meld in statue, that is interesting. Nor would it meld in blade hands. That is also interesting. We're at peak Scarf of Invis territories where we are. I like that. I will actually consider that. We love me some Invis. Oh, hey. Good Chance to use Irradiate, I guess, fighting Guardian Serpents. Sea Snakes got reglyphed and I'm still not used to it. They got a new color. I still say that's the wrong color for them. They should have a different color. I actually may change that. Sea Snakes are like usually some like cyanish color or like white, but they're never red. And it makes me think that they're a fire monster. Because you know, we have like some S monsters that are fire monsters on, I don't know, light red or something. So I may make an executive decision and change their this is probably a better chance to, yeah, Manifold Assault. Naga Warrior Constriction. Oh, it's just saying that it has Constriction, I guess. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. What about a Condenser Vein? Yep, you're gonna give me poison. Not too surprised about that. We tried, folks, we tried. Yeah, I don't have any way to get back, I know what the tile looks like. Yeah, isn't the tile also the colors kind of I said? I'm not looking at the tile right now, but I really wish I had a bunch. I really wish I had the Thunder Evoker right now, actually. It's kind of yellowy. There probably are yellowy sea snakes. I don't know. The ones that I see are like banded. They're often white, I think. They're not really cyan. I think they're more of a white color. So I guess I would go with, I mean, white is taken. There's Guardian Serpent and Anaconda. Yellow would be fine. Yellow and cyan, yeah. So, yellow might be a better color for them. Because red just feels off. Yeah, I don't think we got any, like, huge spectacular plays. This, Naga Warriors are kind of a pain. So I have to either just hit them when they're strong, and they also have a shield, and one can poke me. Oh, and there's a Guardian Serpent. For that, I probably want to do something like this. You can Ice Blast, but, like, it's not that good. I think these things have a lot of AC. I doubt the tin will be that good. Did that do anything? No. Sorta? Killed one of them. That seemed kind of good. I mean, I'll take that, whatever that was. A little Ice Blast action. You don't use it, you lose it, I always say. I think that worked out pretty well. The plays were not incredible plays, but they were plays. That was a nasty band of Naga, and we took them out. Used a little bit of resources, but nothing too bad. Ouch, that was extremely painful. Oh, it's because I freaking miscast the spell, and then I miscast it again! Good lord. That was truly obnoxious. I guess I can walk around here. I think technically he's catching up to me. Yeah, I can irradiate. Then hit him over the head. I have a feeling that what we're listening to right now is total music. God damn it! Statue form, stop miscasting! Well, of course one of those would show up. Good lord. I know I miscast statue form there. Something happened. I just, like, fall out of it? Yeah, I did. Huh. I just fell out of it. That's interesting. I guess I just got a low duration roll? Yeah, 50% spell power. Interesting. That's all that was. Part of this is me falling into a routine of like how to use this spell like most efficiently, you know, like I don't do this type of run every day. So you kind of learn like to go through the motions as it were a little bit. I don't like to auto-explore in statue because you're slow. The other forms, I was going out of form before exploring, which you don't really have to do. They're perfectly fine, especially spider form. Too bad I couldn't finish you off with Manifold Assault. Kind of a shame. Ah yes. Love those miscasts. Getting bodied by the Naga sharpshooters, that's for sure. Ooh, good teleport. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna teleport. Just gonna radiate. Kill some of this stuff. Okay, I could probably live with this. This guy is... Oh, he's got a glaive of freezing. That's not my favorite thing. Denser vein. Hey, we got the fire. Nice. The tin. Very wow, that tin was decent. It was decent. Good. Ow. Stop. So they're highly visible in water? I suppose that could be the case. Highly visible in water. And made lava since they show better in lava. Yeah, I don't... I think that's... I think that's okay. I mean, when they're in water, how does that... I'd have to look at how they change their color in water. Another good command. If you want to blame a random dev. Oh god. course. Just trying to rest up to full here. You know what? You're gonna give me sass, you get the Ice Blast. That's my new motto. Right. Can't have nice things like resting. Finally, we're... Jeez. Finally got the sharpshooter with the old manifold assault. He's not having good luck with that with the other one. It's like Mega Man, yeah. Yep. I remember the one person in IRC who was like complaining about the dev team, and he started ranting about, like, he was like, yeah, Konami, or no, Capcom would never do this, something like this. Imagine if Capcom went, and then he started in this lecture about how they would never change, like, I don't know, it wasn't Mega Man, but it was like Street Fighter or something. And I'm like, you can't really compare the dev team to Capcom, because we're open source hobbyists, and Capcom is a commercial game development, like, corporation with, like, you know, millions in revenue. He's like, don't change the subject, or like, yes you can. I can't remember exactly what he said. I forget too what he was ranting about. Like, it was some change they didn't like. But I like that it was like comparing us to Capcom. We're just as pro as Cap. I am maybe as pro. I'm not willing to say that E-Bearing is as pro as Capcom. Looks like we took Nagaraja. I guess I'm gonna have to, like, fall back here. Okay, he's dead. Assault. Finish you off. But yeah, that was one of my favorite rants. We have 19 transmutations. That is a little extreme. Okay, I think we've overtrained transmutations. Good lord, that was... We have 12 fighting. Like, what the hell? Good, great. That's terrible. I think I just totally lost track of how much... No, that's not a thing that I really wanted to see. We'll probably use a teleport here, because this is going to hurt. That is a lot of sharpshooters. Vashnia, really, do you need this much of an entourage? Just killing a couple of them while I can. There's old Suzanne. What was that? Why did so many... Did I get G-Serpent? No. How scary is this? I don't necessarily want to walk to the exit. Yes, I do. Wow, this is a lot of... Why do we have to get all of the... You know what? Yeah, this will work. Suddenly we learned that Snake 2 was not fully cleared. This will be our little defensive area. So many... Ugh. Why? Can't you form? Why? My fault for not noticing. Hey, got a blink scroll though, that's cool. There she is. So how am I going to deal with you? You say statue form is good. You're going to turn into a Quicksilver dragon. I know I can't parrot you. Yeah, this she is one where Bone Scroll really would have been great. Silence. Yeah, I mean that's cool. I can silence her, but oh, she's also immune to it. Yeah, so that's not even gonna work. Are there any other Bone Scrolls in the game? No, there's not. It's a shame. I kind of wish I hadn't wasted it on Donald. I mean, I don't have to fight her now. Is the basic answer. I can Condenser Vein, get her in clouds. But I can just say Snake 3 is kind of done for now, because I don't have a reason to get the rune here, necessarily. I can go back to Swamp and just get the rune there. That's probably the smartest play. I really regret training as much as me. That was a silly amount. Like, I should have stopped at like 16 or 15 or something. So we don't even have 15 fighting yet. That's pretty dumb. Oh. Did I? The hell? Oh, he harpoon shot me. That's, that was... Wait. That was impressive. Was I? Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. Guess you got me. I have to go back into statue now. Yeah, I need to watch out these things. Any of these things see invis? I am water, I'm not. I'm gonna go invis. Kill you. Not. Back here. Good. Good use of an invis pod, I think. That was that swamp worm got a really nice shot off me. I was impressed by that. I think that was through 31 EV because I believe Acrobat was active as I was going up those stairs. So that's fairly impressive. Oh well. Why not though? I mean, you're still walking it. Why wouldn't it work? Is there a reason for that? Maybe there is a good reason. Who cares? That's dumb. Nobody asks, oh, what does it even say? What does it say? Let's read the description. It says tumble and roll. Okay? So yes, you can roll up the stairs. It's like I'm vehemently arguing this. I'm actually mad. How dare you? Of course I can roll upstairs. Yeah, I think it should just apply whenever you do a movement action, because that's the spirit of the thing. And I don't think it would be too strong, but I guess it's a fairly minor point. That was my intuition anyway. I wonder how many other people, take a poll in chat, how many people would assume that you can get the evasion bonus from Acrobat as you're going up the stairs? Would people assume that, or am I crazy for assuming that? Oh, okay. Well, make a good point. I am, in fact, already there. Let's cast. So, wonder what kind of, swamp vault we're gonna get. Nice. Apparently, somebody raided. Oh, which one is this? Is this Lerny? I don't know what that is, but that looks like the vault. Friggin' Air Mage. Oh, this is not the best. Wow, this is a lot of stuff. I can't really hit any of this right here. I mean, I can Manifold Assault it, but... You know what? Do I want to teleport here? I don't have any RF, and those things are about to hit me. Spectral Death Drake. Those are pretty bad spectrals. Wow, nice robe. Let's try irradiating you. Okay, that's good. We're still going to be on the lookout to maybe, is it this Will-O-Wisp? I'm gonna Ice Blast this thing. Got another? Okay. Another, Crabbo. Now this. Alright, I think we can teleport. Just hopefully we don't land in the worst place imaginable, but... Is this water? Oh. Really? Oh, okay, cool. And I'm in floor right now. Interesting teleport, but I suppose that's not too surprising. Do I want to waste another one? I mean, I haven't really improved my situation at all. Yeah, we got teleport to burn. Just gonna hit her. Okay. Keep landing back in this area. I have a feeling we're not going to be able to make it back to the stairs, but maybe. I'm okay with spending a little bit of teleport. This looks like the Lerny ending, which is fine because we have statue and other stuff. Okay, this guy. Just gonna punch. 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 Okay. Yeah, I'm fairly certain this is Lerny's end. And there's going to be a lot of... I don't think we've awoken all the Interesting. Let's pull back and see what we can pull with us. Oh, that's right. No, they roar. They would roar. They're not silent. Just having a hard time getting... Quick punch. Ooh, loaded husk. Heavy on the Swamp Dragons, a little bit lighter on the Hydra. Kind of light on monsters. I think we may have rolled like a relatively light monster count on this vault. Maybe. Or at least just not so many multi-headed Hydras. So it's kind of weak. Where are you, Lerny? I know you're in here. Did you drown? In your own vault? There you... Wow, you were sleeping the whole time. That's amazing, Lerny. Radiate to finish you. Now here's all the monsters. I was like, where are they all? They're just Swamp Dragons, but that's kind of amazing that didn't make enough noise for that to register. I'll use teleport. This isn't even really all that scary, but... Okay, that was probably even overkill, but that's fine. Usually more of them kind of wake up and come piling out of the vault. There it is. Easy swamp ending. Snake 3 is somewhat more complicated because I have 2 dangerous uniques on it. Vashnia lost a lot of her sharpshooters, but she's still kind of nasty. And then Bai Suzan is a little bit more complicated for me to fight compared to characters that don't need forms. I could just like irradiate spam, potentially. You shall have no god before yourself. Did I get this as a positive mutation, or is this just talking about my species? Cannot, will not, and will never. That it's trying to be funny, but the phrasing is like sort of redundant. Well, let's go check out Vault 1. See what is awaiting us. What I want to know about now, let's go check out this plate situation. See what casting various... Okay, I gotta wait for that to meld, or unmeld. No, I gotta wait to get out of my form, is what I'm trying to say. So statues 83%. Okay, so now let's check blade hands. 1% in plate. And I don't even have wizardry, so blade hands is go. Let's go check... Let's go check this runed plate. Let's see what we got going on here, because we have a lot of gold. Hey, how much enchant armor? 6. Any other enchant armor? Yes. What's up, Galley Commuter? Just caught the tail end. So I think what this means is that we are finally we don't have any. Oh, we don't have any more amnesia in the game, so we actually have to train more spellcasting. That's okay. We're almost. I can't use this plate right now because I need 2 spell levels, so I actually have to train this to 9, which is all right. We'll be in. Let's see where. Let's drop that. The plate. So I think that's going to be our new plan of action, is to go in for blade hands with plate. I am indeed, in fact, very, very soon. I just wanted to check out vaults. We got a rune. I did make a significant error that got me close to death in Swamp. Not too close, but too close for comfort, I guess I should say. Oh, I picked up more heal wounds. That's good. You got any other potions lurking around that we would want? That's right, there's that vault. So once we get those spell levels, we'll be looking at switching over to plate with blade hands, probably. It's going to be complicated, our spell casting. We do have a ton of strength now, but that's in part due to the ring. Of course, we could just switch over to wizardry, and that's more effective, probably, even than the strength. And the RF plate is nice because we'll get that resistance, we'll enchant that up to +10. That'll probably be our endgame armor. It's possible something else will drop, but we just don't have... Is there enchant armor? Where was that? Oh yeah, this vault. Let's go open that vault. That can be the last thing. Okay, I just went to D1. I wanted to go to D11. Got him. Ice Blast, nice. Enchant armor. I could have, I could have used that Ice Blast charges, those charges earlier, but that's alright. No problem at all. Our heal wounds is okay-ish. We only wasted 1. Our blink is okay-ish. We only have 1 haste. That's not amazing, but we'll get more. And it'll be nice to switch out of statue form, and like blade hands is a little bit more tab happy because there's no melding, there's no nonsense like that. Also, we could look at this Helm of Int eventually, possibly get it enchanted. Any other helmet? Wow, it's the only helmet in the game. Well, cool. I played okay, except from that one situation that I got myself into. I had a lot of teleport. I used it a little bit. I was sort of playing very conservatively because it's been a little while since I played a TM type character, and they're easy to screw up. So, hope you enjoyed the DCSS. We'll finish up the next part, go through vaults, probably vaults, crypt, I don't know. We could do it all in one go, but I have a feeling it'll take another 2 parts, knowing how I play.